Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be sharing with you how to make that baby dress that I uploaded on my story and you guys requested for the tutorial. I'm sorry it took me this long, but thank God we are finally here. So the first thing I did was to cut out my front and back piece. Yes, because there's some satin, it's a two shade fabric, so my clients requested for the part of the lilac to be there and also the purple to also be there. So I had to cut from the middle. That was why I had to cut out the two front and back first before I proceeded to taking a measurement. So the first thing I did was to take a chest point, a waistline, hip line, then a full length measurement. You work with your client's full length measurement. But in that particular video, the picture rather, the fabric they used is not this metallic mikado. They use poly material. So if you want to get exact result, I will advise you to use a poly material for that particular design, that particular style, the the design. I would advise you to use poly material because it will come out more beautiful than this metallic mikado. So the next thing I did was to take a shoulder measurement, and I believe you already know how to do all these ones. It's just the basic body measurement. If you do not know how to do it, it's right in my video. Like, check my account, you see a video on how to take your basic body measurement. So after which I took that 1 inches down to for my shoulder slant. Then I chop out all the parts that I don't want. If you're a new subscriber here, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, you are also welcome. Thank you for joining me again. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe to this channel, turn on the bell button so you get notified anytime I drop educative tutorial like this. So after which I took 1/2 inch inside my waistline. That's the period I took half inch in my waistline area. Reason is because I don't want to put that, but I want it to be snatched. So if you want to put that in your own, it's still very much okay. It's fine if you want to put that. But for me, I see no reason why I should. So that is why I am not doing that. So I went ahead to take a neck measurement, which is 2.5 inches wide, 2.5 inches depth. That's normal baby measurement. We are making dress for a 2-year-old, I think 2 or 3-year-old baby. So I had to follow the procedures. So after which I went ahead to cut my front and back together. I took 1.5 inches for the back area, then 2.5 inches for the front area. So after that I went ahead to cut my front also, and this is what we have. So because I am not using lining for this particular style, I will also go ahead and cut an interfacing for it with a fabric. Okay, with a fabric you cut an interface, but before that, you remember there's like a circle at the chest area, a design kind of, I don't know how to explain it. So I went ahead to take 2 inches wide and sorry length, then 0.5 inches, which is half an inch wide, 2 inches length, which is the depth is 2 inches, then the width is 0.5 inches, which is also known as half an inch. So after which I went ahead to cut it out just like I'm doing right now on your screen. Please, you should carefully cut that part out so you won't make any mistake, because any mistake you make while doing this, you've spoiled the clothes. So I flip it open, and this is what we have at the middle, and that's how it's going to come out when we are done making it. So I open that part also. There will be hook and eye in that part to lock it when the baby wears it. So after which I went ahead to cut my interface. I already told you guys that I cut interfacing, so this is me cutting my interfacing. If you've watched my video up to this time and you are yet to subscribe to this beautiful and amazing family, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell button, because I upload educative videos, so I'm very sure you're going to find one or two helpful. So don't forget to subscribe, like, share my videos, and that will be all for now. So after cutting the interface, I went ahead to take my client's measurement on our main fabric. I told you that I'm not going to be lining the dress. I'm not going to be using lining on it. So I need to take the measurement directly on her clothes. I already did that. I set that aside. So now for the ruffle, to achieve the ruffle, that is the main thing that made us to do this video actually. So to achieve that ruffle, you have to get a fabric, a 8 yards of organza. If you want it to be very full, 8 yards of organza, you can get 10 yards. Depends on how full you want it. So I'll be working with this paper. Reason is because the organza is very big, so it cannot cover up my table. So I needed some small things so I can explain better. Then when I'm still cutting on the organza, I'm thinking to carry you guys along. So the first thing you need to do is divide your material into two. Before you get to this part, you had already folded your fabric. Let's say you're working with 8 yards of organza. You fold that 8 yards edge to edge equal. Then you fold again. Then you fold again till you get like 1 yard inch length. Then you now fold the center together also. That's the only way you can get it full and you can get what you want at once. Then you go ahead and pin all the edges down, because working with organza is stressful, but if you work with pin, it is going to be very much easier. So after folding everything, that is when you get the edge of your fabric. Let's say the edge of your fabric is 30, divided into 2 is 15. You get the edge, you get the width. Let's say the width is 20, divided into 2 is 10. So you get the center. You are working with the center. So now we have 4 points, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So you get it. Just watch this video. I'm very sure you're going to understand, even though I'm not explaining it the way you want it. So now we have 4 points. You must make sure you get this, like what I'm trying to do now. You must get it accurately. So after which you go ahead, let's say you want to work with 2 inches, you want the width, like the wideness, to be 2 inches. If you want it to be 2, if you want it to be 5, if you want it to be 7. But for this particular video, I think I use 5 inches width. But for this tutorial that I'm showing you, I use 2 inches because our fabric won't be able to get to that part. So that was why I used 2 inches, so we can explain better with the fabric. So I went ahead to take 2 inches all the way around. That is what you will just do. Just turn, take 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, turn, do the same thing. If you're working with 5, you take 5 inches, 5 inches, 5 inches till your fabric is finished. Okay. So after doing all of that, you go ahead now and connect those lines together. Just watch what I'm doing. I'm very sure you understand what I'm doing. You go ahead and start connecting the lines together, just like that. Connect the lines just like that. That's how you keep connecting until you get a round shape kind of design. Yeah, that's how to create that ruffle. And you see this particular ruffle, it's used for so many designs. I'm still going to drop a video tutorial on that. It's used for so many designs. You can use it for so many designs, even sleeve. You can use it for sleeve designs. You can use it for wedding dress. It's a lot. So this is how to get it. So after getting all of that, you need to end your that circle. You need to end it. It won't keep going round like that, because if it's continue going round like that, you you're going to miss the point. So you have to end it. So that is what I'm trying to do, so we can end it. Then we'll have a mouth where the land, that stuff will start from. I don't know how to explain it better, but I hope you guys understand. So that other edge is where we are going to start cutting it from. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say right now. If you've watched my video up to this time and you're yet to subscribe to my channel up to now, I don't know what you're waiting for. So after cutting that, I had to cut out my unwanted papers. So those are my unwanted papers. I already cut them out, so I had to start cutting out in circular motion, just like I'm doing right now on your screen. I had to start cutting it out. So cut out the excess also, and this is what we have. After I was done cutting out all the excesses, this is what we have. So this inside part is what you are going to work with when you are sewing it down. Is what we are going to sew. Then when you are joining your two organza together, you will use the other edge, which is the other part that I cut round. That is where you are going to join together. But you see the inside part, you're going to sew that part. That's what we are going to be plating on. So this is what we have. My chalk is not that obvious, but I guess you guys will see it better like this. So remember I told you to work with pin. Working with pin makes everything easier. Organza is lightweight, and it's always very stressful working with organza, but you pinning everything down, you're going to work easily with it. So right now we have 8, but when we are done joining, we are going to have 4 left. It's the outside part, the outside line that you are going to join. Now I had to join the edge together just like that. Then if you notice, I am joining the outside line. That part that will be cutting, that's where you are going to join. You're going to join it all the way down to the length, the full length. So this inside part is after you're going to join that part after you've done turning it over. You're going to join that part after you are done turning it over. So now you notice, watch this video closely, you will notice that I am joining the outside parts together so that our organza will be weighty a bit, because you can't use a single organza for that particular design. Organza pulls out, the hairs will start coming out, so you can't use it. So you have to join two together. So after, if you want to use organdy, is also fine. So after which you turn it inside, just like I'm doing right now on your screen. You are not going to iron it for this particular style. It was not ironed, because once you iron organza, it slips. So in the picture, the ruffle was standing, so you are not going to iron it, so it will not slip down. So after bringing everything out like that, I will go ahead now and sew the inside. That was what I told you, that you are joining the outside first. So it's after turning it inside like this that you now sew the inside area. I just hope you guys understand what I'm trying to explain here. So you just continue sewing it, and yeah, that is what you just do for this part. Then you remember we have 4 of it. We cut out 8, but joining we have 4 altogether. Okay, so you just go ahead and sew all the whole 4 before you continue pleating it on your main fabric. So this part is what you're going to sew. This outside part is what you're going to sew. I just have to bring it closer so you guys will understand. So that's the part you are going to sew. If you've watched my video up to this time and you're yet to join this amazing family, at this point, I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know what you're waiting for. Okay, just please join this amazing family. We talk and coach everything concerning fashion designing. Like, we bring fashion designing to your fingertips by watching our tutorial self. You don't need to go and pay any fashion school or any tailoring store to learn. I'm very sure you're going to understand 1 or 2 things that you can do for yourself while making casuals for yourself. Instead of you going to pay someone 10,000, 15,000 to make casuals, you can still do 1 or 2 things for yourself if you have your machine. So please subscribe to this channel, turn on the bell button so you get notified anytime we drop educative tutorial like this. So after turning everything inside, you go ahead and weave. I had already pressed open, fold it down of my, I hem it actually, I didn't sew it, I hem it, fold it down of my fabric, I press open. Then this is what we have left. So this is the time you're going to do what you need to do to place that ruffle on it. You're not just going to go to your machine and start sewing. The same way you cut out that ruffle, remember we cut it out in a circular motion. That's the same way you are going to put it on the dress. The reason is because that's the only way you can achieve what you want, that particular design. So you need to put it back in a circular motion. So after ironing, I noticed that there was a part that I didn't iron very well, so I had to just rub it a little bit. So you now start doing the circular motion design not divine rather, design on it, just the way you cut it out, the way we cut it out. Remember, it was round, we took 2 inches all the way around. Exactly, that's the same way you are going to do it. But mind you, even if you take 5 inches width for your organza, you're not going to take 5 inches on your fabric hole. It needs to come very close together so it can be very full. If you can take 1 inch, if you can take 2 inch, it's also fine. Okay, but it needs to come together so it can be very, very full. So you just go ahead and just do that. You can work with the tape rule if you so wish, but if you don't want to, it's still fine. If you're a freehand tailor, it's still fine. If you want to work with tape rule to get that accurately, it's also fine. But me, I use my freehand to just do all of that. So after which, I went ahead to do all of that. So this is what we have. Remember, I told you it's going to be in a circular motion. So this is it. This is what we have. Everything came out round. I later adjusted my hand because it was looking as if it was too open. So I later adjusted my hand to make it close a bit. So this is where the work starts. You're going to start from the center and start going all the way around. If you want to start from the edge also, I don't know how to you're going to do, because you're going to start from the smaller part, then you start folding. This is where the work is, guys. You need to be very careful. You fold, you pleat, you sew it, you turn, you sew, you turn. The only thing I will advise you is when you are doing this particular part, please always pin your fabric down with your machine needle, like just the way you are sewing. Then you want to turn, use your machine needle and pin it down so the fabric won't shake. Because let me not lie, this part is the most stressful part in all these things that you are going to do. Is the most stressful part. But once you get the logic, it is very easy for you, but it's still going to stress you, because I mean, it's organza and everybody knows that organza comes with a lot of stress. So you just carefully pleat that in. You can make it tight, you can make it loose, anyhow you want it to be. Just carefully pleat it, pleat and pleat and pleat until everything finishes, which is the organza. The particular one you're holding finishes, then you go to another one. That's how you keep doing it until you finish up everything you have. I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next video. Until then, stay cool, stay blessed. I love you all, and do not forget to like this video. Don't forget to drop a comment if you find it helpful. Don't forget to share this video with your tailor friend or your friend that needs to watch it. See you guys in my next video. And this was the finished look when we were done doing everything. You need to see this on the baby. It's so fine. Once again, thank you so much for watching. See you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe like I said earlier. See you guys in my next tutorial. Bye.